Hello, everyone, and warm welcome to today's webinar. I am Helen, your host from Overt Software Solutions, and I am delighted to have all of you here as we explore SAAM, our solution for seamless access management. Joining me today is the brilliant Harry Williams, our expert who will guide us through how SAM can transform collaboration, security, and user experience. So, Harry, over to you for a quick hello.
Thanks, Helen. Hi, everyone. My name is Harry Williams, Shibboleth Support Engineer here at Overt Software Solutions, as you can see on that opening slide. I've been working with access management solutions for years, and I'm passionate about making tech work smoothly for everyone. Great to be here today, and I'm looking forward to being in this fireside chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. Also, with us behind the scenes is Michelle, a valued member of our C team, who has played an important role in creating the visuals and the slide you will see throughout this session. A big thank you to Michelle for helping us bringing this fireside chat to life. Okay, so before we get into the questions, let me take a little moment to tell you a little bit about our Overt Software Solutions. We are established in 2010 with a focus on education and technology. We are specialists in learning management system, single sign-on, plugin development, and multi-factor authentication. With international support teams in the UK and Indonesia, we are proud to be Cyber Essential Plus and ISO 27001 accredited. Our mission is providing honest, expert advice and community-driven solutions. That is who we are in a nutshell. So, without further ado, let us go to the good stuff now. Okay, so jumping into the first question. I hope you're all ready, Harry. Okay, what are the key benefits of integrating Shibboleth with Azure AD through SAM?
So there are a number of benefits to integrating Entra ID through SAM, such as simplified access, enhanced security, and improved compliance, all highlighted on this slide. One standout perk that many of our customers love is the direct integration of Entra MFA for users. It adds an extra layer of security to authentication, making sure the most important resources are well protected. This ties right into what you see here. SAM boosts security without complicating access.
That sounds brilliant. I see security and simplicity in one go. So next up is how does SAM facilitate seamless single sign-on for users across academic and enterprise environments?
So SAM ensures for seamless single sign-on by bridging the authentication into a resource through an Entra ID non-gallery application. So essentially, it acts as a translator between SAML and Entra. If you take a look at this slide, before SAM, you've got Shibboleth login for non-Entra ID resources and an Office 365 login for Entra ID resources, which results in users needing different logins and passwords for different services. Several password resets later, the IT department will most likely be wishing it was a lot more simple. After SAM, it's all unified under that Entra ID Office 365 login. It aligns everything so users get a smooth, consistent login experience across the board, whether they're in academia or enterprise settings.
That sounds very interesting. I can see that SAMS actually simplifies the techie bits and the complex bits of authentications. So, moving on to the next question, what are the challenges do organizations face when using separate access management system, and how does SAM addresses these issues?
So organizations often face a few different challenges with separate access management systems, and this table sums it up perfectly. A big one is the inconsistent user experience, as you can see under the before SAM. When logging into non-Entra ID resources, users see a Shibboleth login page, but for Entra ID resources, it's the Office 365 login page. SAM sorts this out by providing the Entra ID Office 365 login page for all resources, preventing confusion and aligning organizational authentication. That is point 1 and 2 on the after SAAM side. Another issue is weak security and authentication gaps, shown as weak security across separate systems. SAAM tackles this with points 3, 4, and 5, Entra ID MFA, conditional access, and Microsoft's own security standards.
Consistency and security, that is the key that always wins in this point. So, can you share some hypothetical scenarios where SAAM has significantly improved collaborations between institutions?
Absolutely. So I've got 2 examples for you, starting with this slide on university research collaboration. So picture a group of universities working on a joint AI research project. The timeline here shows the challenge. So they start the project, each using its own Shibboleth access provider. Researchers then struggle with the multiple logins, and security and access control becomes a nightmare. SAAM steps in at point 5. Researchers log in their home institution's Shibboleth credentials. It bridges access protocols like SAML to OAuth or OpenID Connect to integrate then with Entra AD. This enables SSO across university apps to reduce friction and centralize access control to ensure compliance with each institution's security policies, as you can see at point 7. Second, imagine a hospital network teaming up with a university medical research team to analyze anonymized patient data. Step 1 shows the challenge. The hospital uses Active Directory and on-prem EHR systems. The university is on Entra AD. So strict HIPAA and GDPR rules demand control, and multiple logins create risks. Step 2 shows SAAM as the solution. So it acts as a secure authentication bridge, letting hospital staff use existing credentials for research tools. It also applies rule-based access control to limit data access by job role and logs authentication events centrally for audits. It also supports MFA and conditional access through Entra to prevent unauthorized data exposure.
Thank you very much for the examples that you have brought to life, Harry. So on to the 5th questions. What are several considerations should organization keep in mind when transitioning to SAAM from the existing access management system?
So when transitioning to SAAM, organizations should think about a few potential issues, and this diagram lays it out quite nicely. First, under planning the transition, they need to evaluate downtime and its impact to end users. So that is issue 1. To minimize disruption, those with a low balance setup can implement the SAAM bridge on their second non-active node, then apply it to the live first node when they are happy. If they do not have load balancing, we at Overt Software Solutions do offer 24/7 support packages to schedule the work out of hours, keeping end users unaffected. Both options are right there on that slide. Another consideration under implementation is the user experience and training. Somebody in the organization will need to set up a non-gallery application within Entra so the access provider can integrate with SAAM successfully, and staff will need training on SAAM configuration. You can see that listed twice for emphasis.
I love the practical tips that you have shown in this diagram. So our final question before the Q&A. So how does SAAM support compliance with regulatory requirements in different sectors?
SAAM supports compliance across various sectors by implementing security controls, access policies, and audit mechanisms that align with industry standards. It's all about giving organizations the tools to meet legal requirements like HIPAA or GDPR, while keeping data access secure and trackable. You can see this in action in our healthcare example, where centralized logs and rule-based access control ensure auditability and compliance.
Fantastic stuff, Harry. I hope our audiences understands all of it. Thank you very much for your explanation. So, before we move on to our Q&A session, we have a special treat for all of you, our beloved audiences. We are offering 20% discount on all of our SAM products just for you. All you need to do is just scan the QR code in this slide or type the link written here into your web browser. It will take you to our landing page with all the instruction you need. So be sure to apply the code SAM20 in the form to get your discount. So if you need more information, don't hesitate, just scan the QR code. It's really that simple. So brilliant insight, Harry. That is the end of our prepared questions for this fireside chat. But we are not done yet. It is time for our fireside chat Q&A session where our lovely audiences get to ask Harry anything about SAM and access management. So everyone, if you have any question, please do not hesitate. Just pop it up in the chat now and we will get it through as many as we can. So we got the first question. How long does the transition typically take?
Yeah, good question. So this mainly depends entirely on your setup, but for one of the most common setups we have with a load balance server, a full rollout might be a week or two. We will work with you at Overt Software Solutions to ensure a smooth transition. Next question.
Okay. Next question is, can SAM be used to bridge other IDPs other than Entra ID, for example, like ping identity?
Yes, so SAM is capable of bridging a range of different IDPs into Entra ID as the final destination. So ping identity, ADFS, or any other SAML2 compliant IDP can be an upstream IDP that SAM then bridges into Entra. SAM does not bridge into other IDPs like ping identity as the final destination, and it's not a general purpose SAML proxy. Its key purpose is to bridge authentication into Entra ID.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you, our audience, for writing this question very much. Thank you very much for asking Harry the question. Please do not hesitate. If you have any questions that you wanted to ask about access management or about SAM, please do not hesitate. Just write it down in the chat box and we get it up to you. Yes, we got another one. It's how many IDPs can you support with the SAM proxy?
So the SAM proxy can support many IDPs simultaneously, and there's no fixed limit on how many IDPs can be supported at once. But this can be slightly limited depending on the complexity of each IDP that is being integrated and the system resources that are available. So we don't actually have many examples ourselves of kind of multiple IDPs being under the same SAM proxy, but this is certainly something that we can support using our SAM product.
Okay, we got another question, and I hope you're ready for this one as well. So, does this mean that I can authenticate my users to UK Federation resource using Azure AD Entra ID using SAM?
That's correct. So any UK Federation resources will be, if the SAM bridge is implemented, the Entra ID or Office 365 login will prompt for logins into those resources instead of that Shibboleth login.
I guess that's it. We don't have any more questions from the audiences. Well, what a fantastic session. I believe that we have covered so much ground today, from SAM's benefit to real-world scenarios and transition tips. Harry, a massive thank you very much for sharing your expertise. You have made it so engaging and clear. And before we go, a quick reminder about our special offer. You can grab a 20% discount on all of the SAAM products by scanning this QR code or typing the link into your browser. Head to our landing page, use the SAM code in the form, and you are all set. More details, more info that you need, just one scan away. Don't hesitate to do it. It's so simple, it's so easy, just scan. Thank you very much, Harry, for
Yeah,
being
thank you very
such a
much.
great expert.
And thanks to everyone for joining us. It's been a great experience being here. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out after the webinar. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, and thank you to our amazing audiences for being here. We hope you have found this as insightful as we have at Overt Software Solutions. Until next time, take care and have a wonderful day.